この喧嘩俺がやらせてもらう。
Hi guys and welcome back to the Anime Pill. My name's Rafa and today we're going to be talking again about Fire Force, specifically the generations and what human combustion really is. If you guys are looking forward to watching Fire Force, you should definitely watch this video first. Today we'll be discussing the world of Fire Force, where fire dictates over the world. This fire comes from Adolla, a realm known as Hell. These flames of Adolla are the core reason why the world of the Fire Force anime series is divided into different sections. It helps us to understand the chaotic world a little better. This series shows us a world in which some humans have superhuman abilities which help them to create and manipulate fire if they belong to the second or third generation. So what is this generation, and how did these people get their superhuman abilities? But before explaining any of this, we should talk about the plot of Fire Force and what human combustion phenomenon really is. This term refers to an event of death that is caused by fire, and the source of the fire is not external. It originated within the body of humans who became the victims of human combustion. When human combustion occurs, humans lose their senses and become a zombie. But it's not a simple zombie we're talking about. They transform into a burning zombie. We call these people Infernals. We'll talk about them later in the video. The actual reason for human combustion is actually still a mystery. And our heroes, the Special Fire Force companies, are trying to save people from these Infernals and simultaneously try to solve the mystery of spontaneous human combustion. This abnormal phenomenon started about 250 solar years before, when an event called the Great Cataclysm happened. This set the world in flames, and due to the consequences of this great disaster, humans have been combusting spontaneously. It leads humans to transform into Infernals, and some humans emerged with pyrokinetic abilities through adaptation or evolution, which gives them the name Pyrokinetics. So that's the basic plot in which the story of Fire Force revolves, and I think now we can discuss the concept of generations in detail. But before diving into the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell too, so you don't miss a single new video on hot topics like this. And feel free to add any comments and suggestions as well, as they're always great for helping me decide what new topics I can make new videos. The first generation. The first generation are the ones that get consumed by the flames. This generation is known as Infernal. They look like demons that have a human body burning in fire. An Infernal who don't have any senses, or rather, should I say, that are mindless, are known as normal Infernals. If a person has super strong willpower or wants to live, they will be able to keep their consciousness even after transforming into an Infernal, and become a very rare abnormal Infernal. The first generation Infernal can remain in the same state unless their core gets satisfied, which can go on for centuries. And it's unknown until now what that element they're trying to satisfy to their core is. There are many special Fire Forces created like Fire Force Company 8, there's Fire Force Company 1, 2, 3, and so on until 7. Their main task is to exterminate these infernal bodies and purify their souls for emancipation. Until now, 5 types of Infernal have been introduced in Fire Force. There's the regular Infernal, Sentient Infernal, Demon Infernal, Artificial Infernal, and Giant Infernal. Regular and Sentient Infernals are born from an event called spontaneous human combustion, where humans don't have any control over it. Demon Infernals are ones who are born using an ability called Necropyro, or maybe just by a bug. This leads corpses to merge with Adolla. On the other hand, Artificial Infernals are created by humans by inserting a bug in the human body. This bug is not just an insect, it is a special creature born from Adolla, which has a spark of Adolla burst in it. Giant Infernals are a special kind of case, so we'll talk about them another time. The second generation Pyrokinetic. These humans have adapted the human combustion phenomenon and now have gained abilities to manipulate fire. The second generation Pyrokinetics can use their abilities even to manipulate the fires of the first and second generation Pyrokinetics. But they don't have the ability to produce flames nor fires. They can only manipulate and control the fires from external sources. But it's not all they have. Some of the second gen Pyrokinetics like Karim Flam of Company 1 show how they can use abilities to convert flames into ice by using sound waves. If you'd like to know more on the scientific side of his powers, I highly recommend you check out our video about the Fire Force pillars in a dollar burst. The way he uses his ignition abilities to convert fire into ice seems pretty cool. The more fire you produce, the more ice he's able to generate. Now, if we talk about Fire Force Company 8, two members of this team are second generation pyrokinetics, such as Makeoze, who has the ability to deflect and create fireballs from the flames of others, and Takehisa Hinawa, who is a company lieutenant and also a supervisor of his comrades. He has the ability to manipulate flames through the use of firearms. He can also control the power and pressure of the ignition of propellant, which are inside the barrels of pistols or submachine guns which he wields on the battlefield. Second-gen pyrokinetics usually try to conceal the fact that they are second-gen pyrokinetics. This trick leads their opponents to use their own powers. The third-generation pyrokinetic. So, do you know what ignition abilities are? They're the power adapted by humans in such a way that they can produce fire without any source. And the third-generation pyrokinetic is one. He's one who's adapted the human body's ignition phenomenon in such a way that they have gained those ignition abilities. With these abilities, they are able to produce flame through their body. Even though they are gifted with this ability to ignite flames, they have some limitations to it, and people of third generation are not able to manipulate the flame produced by others, like second generation pyrokinetics. But they can use their ignition ability through a weapon, or any object like a sword, stick, or even with bubblegum. Their source of their flames is the oxygen which flows through their body, but if they overuse their abilities, the level of oxygen in their body gets exhausted. This gives them a backhand in terms of duration of how long they can use it. Once their oxygen is depleted, they'll not be able to use their ignition ability until it's restored.
できないのです。
十分。別に十分じゃなくてもいいです。
しかし、今の私では加護を与えられても。
Shinra Kusakabe, the protagonist of the Fire Force, has joined Special Fire Force Company 8 as a third-generation pyrokinetic rookie. His main goal is to become a hero who wants to save his brother. Another member of Fire Force Company 8 is the third-generation pyrokinetic Arthur Boyle. He can increase the temperature of heat so it will convert into plasma beams. It can cut through any metal object like a hot knife through butter. The fourth-generation pyrokinetic. Until now, there's not much information about this generation. However, individuals who have the ability to awake their Adala burst at any time will come under 4th generation pyrokinetic or pillars. These individuals have the ability to directly make a connection with the evangelist with the help of an Adala link. Adala link is not just an ability or a technique to learn, it's kind of a grace or divine protection provided directly by the evangelist. When these pyrokinetics of 4th generation make a connection with the evangelist, they gain incredible pyrokinetic powers. Those who are a part of the 4th generation get these incredible abilities, but they carry very dangerous drawbacks with them. They can be deadly for the users as well as the world around them. But ultimately, it seems like the divine protection provided by the evangelist nullifies all the drawbacks of these abilities. The 4th generation individuals gain abilities to control time to some extent, or maybe they can stop it for a while. Another ability they can gain is that they can move so fast that their body disintegrates and reintegrates faster than the speed of light. And I don't think I need to tell you at which speed light travels. Spoilers, very fast. In the series, Shinra Kusakabe is introduced as a third-generation pyrokinetic, but on the other hand, people call him the Devil, or Devil's Footprints, because when he uses his ignition ability, he produces fire from his feet which leaves marks on the ground. Later in the story, it is revealed that he possesses the Adala Burst. This gives us a clue that maybe he's one of the 4th-generation pyrokinetics. When Shinra moves faster than light, his body gets split into subatomic particles, but it regenerates itself because of the grace of the evangelist. The 5th generation, or maybe better to call them the hybrid generation. And finally, the 5th generation pyrokinetic. In the anime, it's never shown that such a generation exists. Instead, these individuals are known as hybrid generation pyrokinetics, because these individuals have abilities of both 2nd and 3rd generation pyrokinetics. This means that they can produce flames from their body without any help from external sources. Plus, they have the ability to manipulate and control the flames produced by others. This makes them very powerful and very difficult to defeat.
2年前浅草に現れた角付きの葬人こいつがきっかけで今度は廃病になったんだお前ら手を出すなこの喧嘩俺がやらせてもらう
The mighty soldier Shinmon Benimaru is one of the hybrid generation pyrokinetics. People call him a mighty soldier because of his ignition abilities, which help him to produce and manipulate fire from internal or external sources. He is assigned as leader of the Special Fire Force Company 7 because his abilities and his intelligence levels are so high it makes him very dangerous and no one wants to face him one-on-one. Even a Demon Infernal is not that big of a deal for this guy. He defeated him single-handed with a lethal but super sexy attack. So, if you guys are able to still keep up with me, you're the best audience I have. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. Your every like gives me ignition abilities to make new videos like this. So guys, that will be all for today. I hope you like the information I've provided, and I hope that now you'll be able to understand the plot and story of Fire Force better than ever.